Whoa, okay. Cool. I'm cool. I'm I'm hearing myself speak through this. Oh, it sounds wonderful. It's finally working. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that part. Okay, so it sounds good. And going forward, we'll put that. So far, it sounds good, and I'm just really happy that I can get this going again. And ooh, concurrent viewed. Oh, that's me. I'm just making sure that I'm doing all of, that it looks right on a viewer's side, and I'm just so happy that I can finally get this started. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to test and see how everything works. I did a quick little spot check on each of these scenes, so it should be working just fine. Granted, I didn't start a game, which is a bummer. So hopefully we're gonna go right into that. I'll be doing this for a little over an hour, or at least an hour, and hopefully everything just works. It just works. And so let's see, I've been starting for about maybe like 5 minutes, so let's just, cut the preamble and get to it. Make sure, so we are going to test Apex to see if all of this works, and everything is just dandy. Okay, so let's go. Here I am. Feels good. Let's see. We'll have to. Okay, we're gonna minimize that, and then we're just gonna get right into it and see if this shows up on my screen. Hopefully it does, because I am quite excited to see that this works. Okay, let's see. It's not showing. Wait, it could be. It could be showing up soon. There it is. There it is. And it's working with the music and the sound effects. And it does the sound. And it doesn't sound janky. Oh my god, this is the best. Okay, now I'm probably gonna have to go into the settings and turn off like the background music. We shall see. No, that's a video, excuse me. We're gonna go to audio, master volume is there. Sound effects are on, music volume is lobby music volume. I mean, we'll see. I don't remember how to stream the game properly, so that I think it's the music, but we'll see. But we'll get right into it and see how this works. Yeah, without further ado, here we are. There's been so many times that I've wanted to start this, and I just felt like I couldn't do it because there just wasn't enough, I didn't have enough scenes or proper art or proper, planning, honestly. But now that I'm just getting it done and just putting this out there, I mean, granted, this is this isn't something that I started from scratch. This is something that I did, you know, a bunch of research on years ago and set up certain things before this. So this isn't a zero to immediate. I worked on my microphone and putting in gates and limiters and all sorts of things that I believe would help expand my voice to a proper,
need something? I'm
you know,
sure we can come
to
an
where
agreement.
it's not jarring to you, and just everything is just finally coming together after the last ingredient, which is literally just me saying, let's do this. We have to go. We have to do it now. And oh shoot, we're the champion squad. Neat. Okay, so let's not disappoint or fall for the champion squad curse. All right, we're gonna put this over here. All right, we're gonna mute that real quick and see what's going on. Yeah.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
You know, I genuinely like this game. I understand there's... I was just watching what's his name? Andy doing a thing about this. We might react to it later once I figure out, take care of the reacting stuff. This part of the hour, because all things said and done, I'm just ready, because I still have to leave. Take care of some business. And it is what it is. And so, going forward, we'll probably be doing this early in the day. I would like to do this early in the day. And we'll see how well that works. And again, I'm just so happy that I can finally...
Evo harvesters are now available. Warning.
Oh, okay, yeah,
In
over.
progress.
Looky here, lads.
All right, so
we're inside the
we're-
ring.
Put this all together, fellas. All coming together. Oh,
Open up shop and stand down.
what do we got here? What do we got here? We got Avon.
Struth, this weapon's kitted to the nines.
Care package
Mama's got you now.
delivered.
Care package on the way. I like the sound of that. I'll throw in a few extra bullets just for you.
There's no escape.
I should find more ammo. These claws can only do so much.
We need to find more ammo, fellas.
First
We're gonna
blood.
do
Extended sniper mag here. Level 3.
you. Right there. Oh. Glory be to me.
Just try and escape.
Okay, Conquer is way. Oh, he's going hard in the paint.
Jump drive set.
A fully enhanced weapon doesn't get any better than this. Stick together, fellas. We're spread thin. Throwing frag.
Right.
Reloading. Taking fire.
Tossing jump drive.
Firing on them. Escape's not an option. Recharging them.
Oh, come on. My goodness. Oh, we can do this.
Extra treasures here. You're welcome.
Opening fire. Reloading. Dropping the mother load. Mind your heads. Launching me knuckle cluster. Joker's shooting
Let's
at
help
me.
him out. Oh, God.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Reloading.
Recharge. Getting shot. Someone's
Shattered an enemy shield.
knuckle cluster out.
Here we go. There they are.
Being shot at. Ah, screw, I'm down.
Enemy down. Another squad attacking.
New squad, new squad.
I've chosen an upgrade. Skill is the best accessory. Come on, I still need you.
Round 2.
Juicing me shields.
Recharging shields.
Already inside the ring, fell.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
They were northwest, be careful.
Replicator on its way.
Enemy over there. Don't let them see you.
Getting shot. Someone's
Enemy
gonna
there.
opening fire. Recharging shields.
60.
Taking fire.
60 again.
Recharging my shields. Reloading. Hold on, I need to heal.
Oh my
he's one.
god, he's one shot.
Be careful, they have a lifeline though. Careful on the push.
Oh no, another team is shooting at them.
Recharging shields.
They're gonna have...
Healing.
Warning. Ring closing.
Looky here, lads. We're inside the ring.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Ooh, care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Ooh, they're fighting up there.
Careful, beautiful. I hear enemies that way. I see someone over there.
It's our ult.
There's someone here.
New team, new team, new team. Be careful. Don't go out yet. New team on ping. Everyone's on high ground.
I need to drop this RE45. Holy shit.
Shooting. Damage. Reloading. Took care of that one.
That
Recharging shields.
cracked an enemy shield. Looky here, lads. We're inside the ring.
Target over there.
Reloading.
Open up shop and shut it down. Replicator incoming. I'm here.
Knuckle cluster out.
Hell of a time to go shopping. My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine. Another squad's attacking. Recharging my shields.
They're pushing.
Enemy ready. I'm down.
I couldn't get out. We need to get out, guys. Looks like two teams here. There's like two teams. It's not even top 10. It's all about position. Conquer, come on. Get out.
Recharging shields.
In progress. Attention.
I'm dead. I'm so dead.
Package.
You got this.
Care package out there. Be my shield.
My days. Are you safe, Loba?
No.
I have
He's
eyes
right
on
here.
the enemy.
He's
I
running
don't even know
though.
where
He's
to
running
go.
though. He's leaving, yeah. She went
Go
this
there.
way. She went northwest. To res. You can get me. She's resing too. Conquer, please.
Getting shot. Now who's keeping who alive? Last one's finished. They're all dead now. Half the squads are already dead.
Recharging shields. Replicator incoming. I'm here. Looting there. B2020 here. We've got a
If we
minute
could
until
just
the ring
stay
closes.
like in the
If you
edge
want
of
it,
circle
an
and just play
enhanced weapon.
placement.
You'll knock them dead.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that'd be
I'm gonna
good.
get our guy. I'm gonna craft our guy, and we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
There's an enemy near me. We have 45 seconds, and the next ring's right there. Don't leave anything good behind. And Kraft, he's from the devil. I have his banner.
Opening fire.
Target there.
He went that way.
We've got 30 seconds to get to the next ring.
Getting shot. Someone's got a death wish. Reloading.
Another squad's attacking.
Just trying to escape.
Using jump drive.
Recharging shields. Be my shield.
Jump drive in position. We've got 10 seconds. I hate to say it. Recharging shields.
I still need to heal. Be careful.
Reloading.
Warning.
No escape. Recharging shields. Healing.
This is very bad for us.
Jump drive activated.
Yes. I think we can make it though.
Let's move there.
Yeah, there's a lot in front of us as well.
Follow me, my guy.
I'm just dead. Wait, I might be red. I don't know. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. That's W.
We haven't.
Recharging shields.
I think we just stay in this corner.
Yeah, I'm actually chill right here. We have.
By. You still got a minute.
I'm
Plenty
good. I
of
got
time
it.
for
Just
some
have to.
fun.
You need that?
Ultimate accelerant here.
Mine is my ultimate's full,
Rings
but
close. 45
actually
seconds.
I'll grab that.
We've got 30 seconds to be somewhere else if we don't want to get cooked.
We start moving at 10 seconds because we need
Enemy
to like
there.
find a spot.
Yep, they're right there. We could actually move right here.
Let's see what we have
Like
over
right
here.
under there.
Yeah, we can go under there.
Here. Pay my shields, get back. I'm healing. 10 seconds.
Scratch,
Rings close.
just scratch while you're going.
2 squads. Skin bag over there.
I'm inside right here.
Progress.
Punk, if you're there, I'm gonna try to res you in the scuffle. Not yet though. Just be ready. Shoot things.
Alright. Well, I have a beacon. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got one too.
Throwing an arc star.
There's 3 squads left. This is perfect.
Yep. I think we can get into the middle. Oh, there. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh no, I lied.
Enemy
I lied
line.
hard.
Enemy here.
They don't know. They don't know. They're just focusing on the other team. We're literally can just chill for now.
Pay my shields, get back.
Yep.
I'm healing.
If we see them, do we shoot?
45
Or do we
seconds
just,
until
like-
the ring closes. We've
Not
got
yet.
time,
We should
but
fight
not
until
much.
once the ring starts closing so they can move. And then we can wrap around
Yeah.
them so we're not in the middle. It'll
We've got 30 seconds to be somewhere else if we don't want to miss.
probably have to be this team, not the
Enemy
Valkyrie
over
team
here.
over there. It'll probably be these guys that we have to kill first.
Alright.
Try to drop your beacon too, so we have something to
Alright.
cover. But I'll let you know because
We've
I'll
got
be
10
dropping mine
seconds.
too.
I hate to say
It might
but
not do
looting
much,
time's over.
but we'll see.
Ring closing completely.
Yeah, that we're in the edge.
Last ring's closing. Move if you don't want to get cooked.
Wait, this is a W spot. This is a W spot.
Oh,
We should meet up here, darlings.
Scramble. Grenade.
Taking fire.
I made it.
Bro,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I had my gun on single fire, bro. I sold.
No, you're good, man. That was a good game. That's top 3. Yeah, no, we almost died at 12. You want to go again after that is good game. GG's. All right. Oh. Hey, that's points on the board. Let's see. Oh, we're doing ladder again. I don't really like ladder because you can get absolutely ganked off of off drop, and it just becomes a pain in the ass. And so now you have, granted, yes, you can then choose like the top ones. You can keep playing and go for better, but you know, that said, it's it is what it is, right? All right, and we're back, and we're kind of fine. We're kind of okay. Kind of, it kind of works.
If you need it, I can get it. Anything for my family.
Very cool. Texting him,
Introducing your champion.
Excited to see you all on the
is it
range.
me again?
Don't worry,
No, it's
plenty
not
of
me.
means to go around.
Rough. But it is what it is. So, let's go.
Keep your eyes peeled. An enemy landed near me.
Enhance my
Yeah,
weapon.
yeah, enemy landed near you, all that jazz. Nothing in the building.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
Can't tell you how great it is to actually play with someone
Got my weapon in hand. Dang. 45 seconds.
communicates.
The ring's pretty
Like,
close.
who could have guessed?
Close ring. We've got 30 seconds.
We've got 10 seconds. I hate to say it, but looting time's over.
Righty.
Harvesters are now available. Warning. Ring closing. Heads up. The ring's moving. Setting a gate.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's fine.
Setting a gate. Care package being delivered. Care package coming down.
I leveled up. Time to refine my skills.
Enemy here, Alpha 1. Oh, I've been downed. Broken enemy shield. Over here. Reloading. They spotted me. I'm taking shots. I've been downed.
I'm so sorry. I had a phone call and I needed to get to it.
Upgrade chosen. If only I could have
get you
taken
guys.
both.
No worries.
Replicator there. Let's add to our collection of loot.
All right. I'm gonna res you guys. We're gonna have a good game.
Have a good game. I hope we get there.
Hard to hear you. Sorry.
They won't stand a chance against you, beautiful. Replicator there. Let's add to our collection of loot. I looted our teammate's banner. Throwing jump drive. Hold on, I need to heal. We have a mobile respawn beacon. Hold on, I need to heal.
All right, fellas. Let's get it. Get going.
Quick, over there.
Now is the right choice. I'm back. Patching myself up.
The next ring's far. Come on, loot as you go.
Got a replicator coming in.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Phasing. Patching myself up. I'm healing.
Healing!
Patching myself up. Using meds.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Now we can.
Let's go there. You can use
Now
a
we can
full
play the
weight,
game.
long. Got a walking target over here. Contact. 1 minute. Ring's pretty close. Got snared. Going to phase.
Yep, they're
Watch
moving out.
Enemy there.
Just remember, it's better to have
We're
2
close to the ring.
kills and
30 seconds
place top
left.
5 than 5 kills and not even get halfway through.
I see an enemy over
Team
there.
up top, team up top.
next ring? Good. More time to loot.
Target over there.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
That's for me.
Optics here. Close range. Optics here. Mid-range.
I need it.
Reloading. Shops open for VIPs only.
Pretty sure we're not alone here.
You are coming home with me tonight. I should heal. I've got to look my best for the podium. Hold on, I need to heal.
Still busy here. Hey, ha. Replicator. See that?
I've reached the highest level. It's truly beautiful from up here.
1 minute. Ring's pretty close.
Ah, what a lovely new upgrade. G7 Scout here.
Dibs. Nearby ring. Closing in 45. Hold on. Recharging shields. Pretty sure we're not alone here.
Alrighty.
We're close to the ring. 30 seconds left.
Half the squads are gone.
Let's check out that way.
Good. More treasure for me. Sing. New kill
We're going
leader?
down with Alan.
Interesting.
Careful, we're a little split.
I think I hear enemy activity this way. Enemy over there.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Firing. Heads up. Reloading.
Taking fire.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Enemy spotted.
Attention.
Firing. Another squad attacking. Focus.
Replicator in. Backpack here. Level 2.
Need to recharge my shields.
Seconds to ring close.
Patching myself up.
New team, 2 teams right here. Be careful.
Enemy shield cracked. Target down. Reloading.
Someone's chasing him, a new person.
45 seconds.
She's one, she's one.
Reloading.
Setting a portal.
Guys, help! They're low. Just shoot them. Just shoot them. They're low. Great shot. Great shot. Again, come on. Next guy. He's one. He's one. You kill him with a shotgun. One shotgun shot.
Contact with
Go
hostile.
in there. Great work.
Rick, you play recklessly. I like that.
Alright, pick me up, loot my kit, because we're not coming back.
I've our friends.
Take everything you need. Take everything you need.
Warning.
Great work.
Movement in progress.
Heads up. The ring's moving.
This hurts a lot. You gotta run.
Hostile close.
Big shot.
Don't take any fight. Don't take any fight. You cannot take any fight. You need to run. Run away now.
Grenade incoming. Enemy spotted.
Just keep running.
Shields recharging.
Great work. So if we hold for top 5 or top 3, like this is an easy 100 game. Just
Countdown.
lay low and you're fine. You're doing good.
Rings close. Still have a minute to mess around.
Created.
There it is. That's one more squad
Poor choice.
at plus 50.
Foot.
Pretty sure we're not alone here.
Okay.
Kill leader eliminated. Movement in progress.
Let's explore this way.
I can't do shit, bro.
Enemy spotted.
Hey, no!
Lou, you gotta move.
Down.
Oh, I get it, dude. That's important. God. It happens, it happens. You might be able to get us back. You just play slow. Get Lou, heal up. Yeah, they're not even looking at you. They don't even care.
Ring's not that far. Hostile spotted. You're being aimed at. 30 seconds until close.
Great work, great work.
Only
Get him,
10
get him, get
seconds
him.
left.
Shoot, 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 shoot. Good stuff. Gotta trust your shots, my guy. You got this.
Ring closing completely.
Get him. Great fucking job. Heal up. Nope, nope, just keep healing, just keep healing. Heal, 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 heal. Now get your kill, get your kill. No. Top two.
God
Way to
damn.
go. All right. Good game, fellas. All right. That was some that was a good game. We've been getting some good games right now recently. Excuse me. Sorry. Just looking at something. All right. All right.
Don't watch me mute. Your maw's about to get a little unladylike.
We got this round squared away.
Gold goes so well with a diamond like me.
Introducing your champion.
The next ring's far. Come on, loot as you go.
Heads up. Ring's closing in 1.
The next ring's quite a trek, and we're down to 45 seconds. Here's some pick-me-up, pal.
We've got 30 seconds to get to the next ring. If you go down, I'm not carrying you.
Attention. Evo harvesters are online.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Got to do some crafting, dears.
Things moving. Hustle up. Eyes up. Crafting.
Open and shut. Come see the merchandise. Mama's got you now. Remember who hooked you up. I've got your back.
Extended light magazine here. Level 2. Ammo up.
Ooh, I feel good about this care package. Shall we? An enhanced weapon. You'll knock them dead.
All right, all right, all right. Uh, First blood
First blood
already.
already. That's what happens when you get too excited. Careful, beautiful. I hear enemies that way.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get a different gun. Be right back. All right, we're good.
Let's reposition there. Cancel that.
They won't stand a chance against you, beautiful.
Ready where you are.
Got a live one out there. So we head this way.
Roger.
Putting lead down range. Reloading. Pop and smoke.
Activating jump drive.
Lead. They got me. I'm down. Reload.
Um, oh man, my guy got absolutely messed up. Absolutely messed up. But that is what it is.
Do we know what K Money?
I don't think so.
After this game, we'll check our edit, see if we both know. All right, let me check my friends, my PlayStation friends, real quick. I ain't got no PlayStation friend named K Money. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart my PlayStation after this. It's being like all delayed. We'll see how it is in game. If it's not bad, I'll just roll with it.
We're going to do beautiful things together.
Yeah, we'll do fine.
So I like to have a little fun. So what?
After me, I'll just gonna fight on me.
Introducing your champion. Beginning ring countdown.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Peacekeeper here.
60 seconds to ring closed.
Extra treasures here. You're welcome.
45 seconds. Ring's not too far. I'm okay with that.
All right, we got some good stuff right off the rip. Let's go. Not much.
Dead end.
Regard
Pay attention,
to
gang. Not far from the ring. We got 30
this
seconds
loot.
left.
How somebody already respawned their teammate?
First blood.
First blood.
Yeah, they got jacked
That
up.
was quick.
Anything in the big 2025?
6, 7, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I should loot some
You
more.
think you're funny?
That's not good.
You should shut up. You should kill yourself. That's what you should do. Never thought about that?
Yourself.
Progress.
We should kill ourselves together.
The ring's moving. Going to burn if we don't get inside.
Level 3.
Found an amp here.
I'm sexy. Came out the room sexy, little bro.
Setting a gateway.
Look at you. You did all of that just to drop down.
Exactly. And I gave you a way up. You're welcome, little bird.
There's not even anything up here. Why over here chatting?
Then they have to come up a little bit.
Care package.
But you did. That you,
Just a
little
sec.
bird.
Crafting it up.
Care package incoming.
I don't care.
Shield battery
Guess
here.
I'll-
Oh, look, he's using your old main, the one that you have an heirloom on, you know, that you don't use anymore.
Oh yeah. Notice how I have an heirloom though, and you don't at all.
Type stuff. Because this game glazes. That's not really a
This
flex,
game glazes
especially.
long-time players. I was playing the game for like 6 seasons before you.
Actually, I played during season 1. I got like 1
Yeah,
kill.
but I was regularly playing.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
That doesn't. And even then, like, I'm only like 50 levels off you. You got yours at like, actually, you got yours at like level 3.
You're in no life. I used to be like over 100 levels higher than you.
Optics here. Close range.
Hold up, wait a minute. I grinded all this during the summer. I don't know what you're chatting
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, exactly. Cause you're in no life. I stopped playing this
Optics
game. You're
here.
still
What do you
playing.
mean? This was the summer when I was playing with you all the time.
Bro, you'd be playing on your own, bro. I barely ever played on my own.
Right, I started
You'd
playing.
be waking up and playing Apex, and then you'd be going to sleep after going into a loba getting fucked by. Like I know you, bro.
Yeah, then you know wrong if that's the case. If you really think that.
Prowler SMG here.
Watson was actually better. I'm just kidding.
Watson's deep.
I bet you wouldn't know.
New kill leader.
Yeah, because I used to be like you. No, in my opinion, it's not funny to Apex characters.
Oh, behind you.
That's why I dodged all those shots, because I'm really just that good of a player.
Shots fired, and they're hitting me. Go bamboozle. Knockdown.
Ooh, you got messed up. Can you cover fire and I'll res them?
Not used to
Alright,
these.
I'm down.
Oh, he hit me with
Get
the
inside,
whatever.
Decoy escape deployed.
You play recklessly.
I cracked him though.
Bamboozle.
And
You got bamboozled.
Oh my goodness,
You got bamboozled.
they're all outside.
I've sharpened
There's
my
there's
claws
another
like
team
a
to our right.
blade.
Just FYI. There's 2 teams to our right actually.
Reloading.
Shooting at me.
Hey,
Yep.
hey.
That hurts.
Recharging shields.
Yo, he's trash. How did I just get out of there without getting hit once? That dude is actually awful. Bro, my mic thing like broke my mic holder, so now it's on like this little tripod thing. Saying that it's
Holy.
Oh shit.
it's so
Recharging my
awful.
shields.
It actually doesn't catch any audio.
Keep it up, fellas. Thank you.
Reloading.
Gotcha.
Operation broken enemy shield.
Yeah, I don't think we're in a good position.
We're not in a good position, buddy.
Got you now.
I don't think we're in a good position.
Hey, don't say.
Healing. Hell of a time to go shopping.
It truly is a heck of a time to go. See what I said? I said heck of a. That really did. I really did say heck of a. I don't know why I said heck of a. Or heck of a.
Give him my shield to recharge.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Oh boy, next.
Taking fire. Tossing it
They're above, on roof, on roof, on roof.
Recharging shields.
Replicator coming.
Bam goes the boozle.
Rev on top right in.
You got bamboozled.
Oh, he's
Dead.
dead. Let's go, let's go. Oh my god. Jesus.
Recharging
Oh, see, they're gonna try and come in through the front.
They're everywhere, dude. They're everywhere.
Yo, Red's literally one tap. Oh my god. He
Come on
ran, he
down,
ran,
come on
he
down,
ran.
I got you, I got him, I got him.
Come on, I still need you.
Oh, that dude was so lucky. I had to reload, he was one tap.
Using a Phoenix kit.
1 minute and a fall ring. Oh, this will be fun.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Oh my.
Recharging shield.
Got 45.
Bam! There goes a boozle, sir. Something like that.
Yep, he's low. That dude is low.
Yo, oh my god, they're everywhere.
Crawling.
That hurt. I'm down.
Can you rest me in invisible
From
res?
where?
You got this. Unlucky.
Why is there 20 teams? Oh my goodness.
There's no way that was one team, but there's like 5 different people on this. Possibly 6.
Man. Yeah, they were fun. Sadly, it was only a 12 finish. But you know, it is what it is. Me. All right. Let's see if we can get to gold 2. Maybe. We'll see. We got an hour left. We got an hour to figure it all out.
Oh my god, here we go. I'm about to say, bro. Bro, I almost survived. Yeah, there's 1 3-stack in here of all platinum kids.
Any time to fuck.
Alrighty then. We got this. Not even worried.
As you shouldn't be. I'm a fucking, yeah, I'm about to take a duster out of the fucking,
I've got what you need.
out of the
If you can
fucking,
afford it.
good old E-rig, bro. I got a Puffco and a Carta.
Revenge is merely an
Dude, what the fuck?
opportunity.
And I just cleaned it. Oh my god.
Introducing your champion.
Take a choker. Pause. Sounded really gay. Alright, gang, let's fucking toast this thing up, gang. Oh, and it's got 59% battery. So it's gonna be a good one. Dude, I hate this map. I'm just saying. Is it just me?
I kind of
hate
like
this
it.
map.
I don't mind it.
Using grapple.
I mean, it's not as bad as some of the other maps, but it's just, I don't know. As the path main, I can fucking solemnly say, this is not it.
That's fine.
Benjamin. What?
I just took a super dry dab, bro.
Yeah, did you? Really?
Yeah. Yep. Split them dry, kid. Split them dry.
I'm gonna
Is it bad that we're like 30 seconds minute into the game and I haven't picked up a gun yet?
Attention.
Oh, I got one. I took care of it.
Extended
My
energy
knowledge,
mag
I got a
here.
mini
Level 2.
copper.
Lucky us. We are
I'm running
already inside the
Mozambique
ring.
this game, so you know I mean business. 'Cause you either have to click or you're fucked. I'm invested.
Level 2.
Oh, I'm really invested. We're going fucking
They won't
Sentinel
stand a chance against you, beautiful.
Mozambique,
Optics
bro.
here. Close range.
Yo, let me get
I
that.
could use that.
Get that, kind sir.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Of course.
My weapon is cooler
means.
now because it's enhanced.
Standing by for care package.
Fucking dual Mozambiques, bro.
Don't let them slip away.
They won't stand a chance against you.
Using grapple.
And
We're spawning over here.
you guys hear me? I have to like.
I can, yeah, you're like in and out, bro.
Extra treasure here. You're welcome.
Fuck this one. I love it. I can't fuck
Let's
it.
explore this way.
Yo, I'm ziplining at the top of this building right now.
Zipline deployed.
Yo, there's someone over in here.
Sing.
I know it.
I am taking fire, friends.
Whoa!
Don't die on me, my guy.
Thought you were about to get clicked on, bro, because you thought.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Target over there.
Shooting. Reloading.
Here I go. Giving my shields a recharge.
Where at?
The enemy is moving in.
Arcstar here. Knockdown shield here. Level 3.
And fuck.
Phoenix Kid here.
Grappling.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
You know what? There's a thing right here. I'm such a dummy. Someone has to get this fucking. I'm going to get this thing.
A new level and an upgrade to choose. Beautiful. I've chosen an
Now
upgrade.
I can scan this
Skill is the
nigga.
best accessory.
You thought you could hide, bitch ass boy?
I am repairing myself.
I just used the syringe real quick. So I don't get dinked.
I found our less friendly friends. Check your maps.
Oh, that bitch made a ran for it. What y'all want to do?
Extended I wonder what we'll find
We
over
need to
there.
Probably
get
right
out
there.
of the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
Well, we got some shit going on over here. Hear it.
Let's head that
Marked
way.
my next
Yeah, they're
location.
fighting right there. It's up to you. I'll go where my team goes.
This location interests me.
Alright, let's go. Whatever, let's go.
Moving.
Great, already inside the ring. Who's ready to fly on a zip line?
Yeah.
We'll be well positioned there.
You know,
Beautiful.
Scan
We
it.
have a replicator coming in.
just thinking how cool this
Yeah.
was. You know, and it takes me this long to finally, you know, like try to.
With no way.
Ooh.
Taking fire. I shot at an enemy's shield.
Enemy taken down.
Here comes one.
Killed.
I am taking fire, friends.
Reloading. Enemy shield. I'm under fire. I'm down.
Help! Dude, they're both over here!
Enemy taken down.
Got him.
Whole squad down.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
Now, let's see what they left. Reloading.
Bro, I just no-scoped the fuck out this
Putting the
bitch.
Phoenix kit to use.
Backs now. I don't want to get
Great
back
work.
up top.
Yeah, there might be another team over there. Be
Recharging
careful.
shields.
Let's move there. Forget it. Eyes on the prize. I'm watching that spot.
That location interests me.
Using grapple.
Extra treasure. Taking fire.
Found the
I have
third.
eyes on the enemy.
Oh my god!
Throw my grenade out.
Recharging my shields.
I've got you.
Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
My friend. The enemies
I need you to shoot.
Go back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Oh, you said that too late, dude.
Yes, I'm inside.
Just live. Yeah, just live. We have 2 kills. All this.
I am taking fire.
Oh,
you
you
can just kill
idiot! You
yourself.
should have just grappled away!
I should've.
Alrighty, alrighty. That's such a bummer. Oh.
Yo, you got laid out.
And then they just stopped. I shouldn't have gone back for him. That's a big my problem. I was just getting trying to get them up, you know, and I just gotta leave that be. All right, so we proved that we can play games. So that's cool. That's cool. And so now, okay, so I'm going to see, what does that do? A what's this? It's right here. How about that, eh? It's me! And there you are. Okay. So right now, this is just like an one of the Kill Tony things. And I'm just gonna... Actually, we're going to go back here. We're gonna see what videos we can watch. So, all right, first one up. You know them, you love them, you love to hate them as well. Let's see if this works.
Nye shocking his dog.
All right. So as we go into the foray of reaction, seeing how this works, we'll see how if I need to lower my background music or just turn it off. Honestly, I probably should just turn it off because do we? No.
Hassan Piker denies shocking his dog on stream after getting death threats. I think there was a clip about this, right? If I can find the clip about it, where the hell did it go?
The clip itself looks terrible because it looks like where I'm like,
looks bad.
Well, the clip itself looks terrible because it looks terrible. I mean, right? I mean, really. That's like if ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been following along, basically, it appeared that Hassan shocked his dog. Initially, he said it was his dew claw. Then he was saying that there was a collar, but it was a vibrating one. And then Cutie Cinderella, Ludwig's girlfriend, says, "I seen it. I've never seen the collar or something like that, but I've never seen him like shock his dog." And then Hassan goes back, and it's like, well, this, that, and the other. It turns out she wasn't even wearing it this whole time, So the reason why it looked bad is because it's bad, right? Like, that's why. Really, I mean, there's only one of two ways where you enter that sentence, and it's the video's either bad. The video either looks bad because it's bad, or it's out of context. It's clipped out of context. But that's not what's going on right now. So truly, that's why. Oh, maybe let's. Oh. Let's move me over here. Yeah.
Looking back to give her a place command, it looks like
the other ones look terrible too. They look worse, actually.
I'm moving around where all my Zintons are, ironically enough. And then she yelps. And she's getting back up onto the bed. In the process of getting back up onto the bed, she yelps in that moment. And every now and then, she snags her claw onto something like a dew claw, or she steps on something funny. Sometimes when I'm wrestling with her, she'll give off like a little yelp. Or sometimes when she's playing with other dogs, she'll give off a yelp. She wasn't even wearing like the vibration collar that's in contention now. Like, everyone's like, this is not.
And I mean, and so, I don't believe that that's what. He's giving a bunch of reasons how this can happen, and they're all benign. It's like, of course, because if you have a dog and you're wrestling with them, or they're jumping on something, of course they might yelp, But there's a big difference between you playing with your dog and it yelping, and actually, allegedly shocking your dog, right? There's a massive difference between, and so it's very disingenuous. Let's continue.
He definitely shocked her. Like, on that day, she just had like a regular collar.
Then why did it have a beeping light? There was a light on. What kind of a regular car has a light on it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a dog wizard, right? But like, damn, that doesn't seem right.
She has a bunch of different collars.
That does not seem
there's
right.
A flight collar, there's a vibration collar,
it's not
for reinforcing her training, or most importantly, for walking around when I'm like out.
Was there even a dog? Because I don't remember the dog. I don't think there was a dog.
In the park, or when I'm hiking or anything like that. When I take her on long walks, I like to let her.
What do you mean?
Roam. I like to let her run around. And if she's super far away where she can't hear me, or if her attention is elsewhere, she's like chasing a squirrel.
Here's a good test. I need to blow my nose, but if I click this button. Sorry. Oh my goodness. But it looks like it works.
Something. The vibration is supposed to communicate alongside with like your voice. That's what it's used for. And right now, I would say like all of my social media, like wherever I am on the internet, people are just like, "You're a dog abuser. I'm gonna come and kill you. I'm gonna steal your dog. I'm gonna kidnap your dog." That's one of the most insane. Like, I mean, yeah, here, just now, like 6 minutes ago, are you the dog abuser guy?
Well, I mean,
like, it's always.
Listen, bro. Like, I think Hassan has mod in my chat. If somebody goes and threatens you, you got every right to ban them. Like, you want to ban them in my chat, you probably should report them to Dan or somebody, get them banned. Like, ain't nobody is supporting any sort of calls to violence. Nobody wants violence. Anybody making any sort of implication of even a 1% of that, you're not getting banned. We're gonna report your ass. You're cooked. You're done. We don't need that.
That's basically what's going on.
Yeah, and truly, it seems that seems to be the way that people try to obfuscate what's actually going on. And they're just, they take a couple people that are just like, sending out actual death threats that no one condones, and except for those people. And then he says, "Oh, look at me! Look at this! Look at how they're reacting. See, so now you need to feel bad for me." And it's like, no, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to have you try to say, "Oh, look over here," while the main topic right now at hand is, more important.
It's understandable, but there are definitely people who are like actively pushing this to drive home some kind of narrative, and that has been a little weird to deal with. Like people who like sincerely are going like, you are a dog abuser and you must die.
I mean, it's because you changed the story and you had your friends talking about it that had different stories that lined up. I mean, you got to know that. I mean, like, and I'm not even saying that he told people that. I mean, I kind of feel bad because, like, he does this shit with people all the time. He misunderstands shit with people all the time, and so I don't really feel that bad. But like, on an empathetic level, I can get the exasperation he has for sure. I understand. I get it. But it's just that's just what happens, man. Like, you do this all the time. The eternal victim. Yeah, exactly right. And so, what's the final consensus? Dog and shock divided. I mean, I think the story he told originally ain't true. Like, I tell you that. Like, that's not true. There's no fucking like. I don't think she was wearing another collar or something like that. I mean, did he zap the dog? I mean, how can I fucking know? It seems like if you change your story that many times, like, I mean, really, it seems like you probably did, right?
First of all, the product can't be turned into a vibrating collar, for starters. Second, the taped photo is fucking doctor, dude. You fell for misinfo. Congratulations, bro. This image, you can clearly see the tape. The tape image is a doctor photo. I took this from the VOD directly. And when you look at the fucking artifacting on these photos, it's very obviously a fucking Photoshop job. Like, you literally fell for misinfo. Congrats. You can just...
They remove EXIF data whenever it gets uploaded onto Twitter. EXIF data gets cleared by Twitter.
Hate us on, by the way. You can just say, I don't like him. First of all, the product can't be turned into a vibrating collar, for starters. Second...
I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't know what this... Like, it's just...
Does
it? Yeah. It's been that way for a while. And... I don't even know what to say.
What's funny about the dog shock situation is seeing all the perfect moral high ground LA slop tubers and streamers have to defend.
Oh gosh.
Man, I really like, honestly, I talked to Sneeko a number of times privately. He's such a nice guy. He's such a nice, good guy. I like Sneeko.
Son, because that's one of their own. And Pokemon cancels a podcast with them because she doesn't want to face any backlash because she's not a real friend and won't stand by him when he's facing controversy. Says, "Oh, it wasn't me, it was my team who took it down." Okay, then post a podcast. Stop being a crybaby. Stop being just release a podcast with your friend if you're a real one. And the rest of them saying, "No, it wasn't a shock collar. He taped over the shock part and it was vibrating." Yeah, what type of millionaire buys a shock collar to tape it over? They're just admitting that he was actually electrocuting his dog like a civil war, unknowingly incriminating Hasanabi in the situation. Nobody's ever bought a shock collar just to not use it, just to only use the vibration feature. I love that it's animal abuse that's taking them all down and showing that this LA cabal of slop tubers and streamers, they all pretend to be like good people. And now the domino effect is crumbling. It's all being exposed that they're really just playing.
Yeah, he got him.
Man, I don't want to say that that's the same thing that I said, but it is the same thing that I said. That's the same exact thing I said. And, that's interesting, isn't it? Wow.
Yo, this dog shock collar nonsense getting out of hand, but I just came from a YouTube video strictly about indie video games. The comments are full of comments about the incident. What can you do? The greatest antidote to slander is observable reality. Okay? What do you say?
Slander?
What do you do? I must have shocked her to sleep. I wonder how many people...
Oh my goodness.
Have unironically come in here to be like, yo, this guy's a real monster, huh? Let me go see how he treats this poor dog. And then they come in here and Kai's just like chilling or coming up to me, trying to get on my lap. And then they're like,
And okay, I mean, there's chilling, and then there's not being able to move for over 4, hours. Like however long his stream is, it's like that's how long the dog has to stay there, right? And there was a recent stream or a clip that I saw where the dog wasn't there, so it's kind of like, oh, see, look at this, out of 1,000 streams, she's gone for maybe 10 for 10 minutes, so see, you can't say I'm 100%, but it's 99%, it's still gonna get you a salutatorian, right? Let's not split hairs here.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the case. There has to be at least like a couple hundred that have come in here to antagonize initially, and then they're like,
this is exactly what I say, by the way, about how people come in and think that I'm wrong, and then they find out that I'm right.
Oh, I realized that maybe I was dumb. I just want to say I'm sorry. I heard about the stupid stuff said about you, and I believed it for a minute, but I was wrong. I felt it wouldn't be right if I didn't personally tell you. I just wanted to say that I'm gonna head out now. Hassan, you're a good guy, and you have a beautiful dog. Oh, see, there you go. My haters to lovers pipeline, dude. You don't need to say anything, chatter. No, actually, I'm glad the chatter did say that. The great.
And now that the veil is open, I mean, it's always been, a bunch of millionaires talking to another bunch of millionaires, but ever since I think that more and more people are realizing that it's everything's a stage for these streamers, And when Pirate Software, did that whole thing about paying a mod, I believe, then to make a, what do you call it, a comment, right? It's like, oh my god, to keep the hype train going. When you look at stuff like that's just blatantly glazing a person, it's really hard now to not see that as it's a paid shill. It's a paid actor, right? You see, even then they say paid chatter, $100 to cover for him.
This antidote to a faucet of lies is observable reality.
Man, well, there it is. And who even said that?
Observable
I don't know,
reality.
man. Tries to no.
Now let's do. Let's do level. I did 10 wrong, and I swear it takes my neck. I'm dead. I swear.
Fucking do it. Do it. Do it.
Wait, where do you put it?
And this is like the dumb content that's just all out there. Because you can act like an idiot. People want to see you be an idiot because there's in comedy it's called slapstick. People love slapstick, and what if you don't have any skill beyond that, it's a very quick thing to pick up. So normally you shouldn't shock yourself with a dog collar, it's but here we go.
Oh, wait, I'm not sure. I'll be honest.
Jeez. I'm not sure running some electricity through my neck is the greatest idea.
You just pissed on my fucking floor. Oh, whoa!
And then he shocked him. And then he...
I swear. Did you just shit on my fucking couch? Did you just shit on my fucking couch? And I'm not lying, that's not even double shot. Oh my god, bro. This is one shot and double shot.
Damn. Damn, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
It's like,
is that life first? I would never do it. I would never do it.
oh my goodness,
Fuck,
these
smart.
people are very, very silly.
99? You're out. Damn.
From what I heard when he was 20. Why did he even...
Some guy in chat, Hassan does 99. Hassan only uses 99.
God.
20? Yes. So why does it go to 99? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Probably for like certain animals. Yeah, so no, I don't think it should be a dog, like a tiger.
Chocolate is just crazy, bro.
Gosh, damn. Yeah, like a tiger.
This guy seems kind of retarded. I really hate to say it, but me, 10, 15 years ago.
Yep, see? Told you.
There's like zoos that treat them like shit, and they don't know about, and they have their like.
I mean, the reason is like you're just gonna bounce back. You're just gonna bounce back. Truly, So when you're supposed to be an idiot,
Oh my god, bro! Like, goddamn, and they just going in about this the whole way. Holy shit! Is this another? Oh god! Oh no! The people telling me there's a. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay. All right. I'll pull it up. Okay.
Annoying people are 40 months.
I can't stand any of you dumb fucks in this goddamn chat. Oh my.
Ready?
Fucking god,
Can you imagine just fostering a community to where it's like, oh my god, like genuinely, to say, and okay, let's give him a benefit of the doubt here. Maybe he's just joking. It's like, oh my god, I hate you all. And, many people have said that. It's like, oh my god, you're so dumb. But all of this, like, this has been continuous. Like, this has been a stream of people, pun intended, just telling him the same thing. Why'd you shock your dog? You're the dog abuser, this, that, and the other. Rinse and repeat. And he's just fed up.
Liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimate.
The funny thing is that I say almost all of these same things. Welcome to the club. You're almost here. He's coming to our side. Finally, I've been waiting for this for years. Okay.
He's seeing the light.
Yeah, true.
It's
See?
just sadly from the light
Yes!
Black pill. None of
Yes!
We are never gonna make out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Everybody just simply wants the fucking charter to win because they have no power and they recognize their utter powerlessness in the face of unjustifiable constructs that we fucking exist under. And the best possible fucking thing you can do is just be goddamn annoying, okay?
Oh my god, I've been waiting on this for a while. Oh, finally.
Oh god.
He's seeing the light. Turn to the dark side.
Optimism.
Bro, this is actually the saddest fucking shit. To inspire your audience to a step towards a brighter future, look at his face.
He looks rough.
God,
oh, look at that. How ironic. It's a brighter future.
I want to just shut it off, dude. I want to shut everything off. I just want to go away. If I wasn't so goddamn stubborn, I would have a long time ago. Oh my lord, dude. I want to use somebody else on mode. What do you mean? The most annoying people.
The most annoying people are your own subs. Yes, you've cultivated these people.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, the part he saw the clip.
That caused me a fucking spiral just now is Hideo offline or whatever.
He's saying it. All right, it's almost time. Hassan is going to become a Republican very soon. This is the beginning. He's going to join the dark side.
Oh my goodness.
Finally. Cinema, yes.
And that is like a routine nuisance and an offliner in this community. Okay, he is a consistent voice of nuisance. Okay.
This is a person that's in his offline chat that's always starting trouble, and he finally fucking snapped. Finally had enough.
What are you talking about? The people that actually break me, the people that actually cause me a fucking spiral out of control, are always the people that have been in this fucking community for years, who never shut the fuck up.
You're right. You should have said this during Hogwarts Legacy, but instead you doubled down into these virtue signaling, annoying, obnoxious, nasty little losers because you dared to take one step off the reservation and say maybe boycotting a game that has nothing really to do with J.K. Rowling anymore isn't going to do anything for trans rights. And you had people in your community that got furious at you for that. And I know this sounds like such a stupid point to begin with, but I think before that, Hassan would go against his audience semi-regularly. Not all the time, not even a lot, but sometimes he would. And after that, you didn't see it as much.
Yeah.
He should have done this in 2022, 2023. Should have done this then. This is
a couple
overdue.
Years ago.
Overdue. Should have done this a while ago.
I have banned him before.
What? And he's back?
It's literally just like I'm not even singling him out. He's just one example.
Yeah.
But this happens all the fucking time, bro. Anyway, one of the worst aspects of like this kind of gathering online is that I think people don't behave like this in the real world. I don't know what I was talking about. That's why I have so much hope for the future of America when I'm out in the fucking streets, right? Because I see grandparents and I see kids and I see regular ass folk that see right from wrong and they say, "Fuck this! What do you mean you're just like kidnapping my neighbors? Get the fuck out of here!" And they protest, and that gives me confidence. And then
those are the same people that are also the ones criticizing you for the dog thing too, though, right? I mean, like the fact is that like Hassan's rhetoric doesn't vibe with a lot of like, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like the ICE stuff. Like, yeah, that's true. I think those people are dumb. I disagree with them, but I'm also an asshole. But like the truth is that like a lot of the stuff that you say too, like even the dog thing, like you play that, you even said it, right? With the normies that see it and they're like, oh my god, this is, you know, what do you call it? This is some kind of like bad thing or whatever. He's even said it himself. His chat agrees with it. What are you saying? What are you saying? Fuck me for? No hater can damage your mental health like a fan can. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Ban more of them,
these are.
I go back to the internet and I get fucking yelled at by a bunch of.
I mean, the thing is because if you're trying to get them to be fans, and then the next thing you know, they're just, all against you. The whole point of a fan is someone that supports you, and if you have a supporting, your support group is saying, well, something that goes against what you were initially planning, it's you kind of like take pause for a moment. Now, if you create a good support system, the people that are saying, hey, maybe this isn't a good way to go, that's not a good direction, you tend to say, okay, maybe something's up. Maybe, maybe friends A through Z are, see something that I don't, so I'll take pause. But then if you create a toxic support system, they're going to be like, what are you doing? They're going to just absolutely rake you through the coals. And it's just not good. It's just, excuse me. It's just not good. It's just not good for the mental. Truly, it's just not good at all. But
teenager iPad babies who are 38 years old who think that the most like radical socialist position is to constantly chirp in a fucking Twitch streamer's chat and hyper.
He's so close, bro. He's almost on the right side of history, which is, by the way, the opinions that I agree with. He's starting to realize. Yep. He's starting to realize. Yeah, Trump 2028. Yeah, bro, we're gonna see a Trump 2028 hat here pretty soon.
Oh man.
Scrutinize everything. And
oh my god, Mega 28.
Open-minded. Then I'm like. Again, it's virtually impossible not to be black-pilled online all the fucking time. Everything that we do here,
true. Gaze into the abyss long enough, the abyss will gaze back into you. This is true.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Man, pop off, Unk. He needs to ban that guy. He needs to ban that guy. Like that's some fucked up shit to say. Like, why would you say that? Like, yeah, this is why, bro? Like, this is bad. And yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. And the White House made a Blue Sky account. Oh my god. And yeah. Well, I mean, he's starting to realize. I mean, he is. He's starting to realize it. And I think that really, I don't know if there's any more of this or any other follow-up for this. The most annoying people are 40. So he hates everything. Oh god.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, pretty much. That. I mean.
Do you remember? Do you remember when Hassan was reading like one of my dad's messages, and my dad was like, "Yeah, you and my son aren't that different after all." You know Zach a lot comment. How about that? That's funny. It's really fucking funny. And he's saying that everyone's been thinking because of him. Yeah, exactly. And that's it. You know, everything talking about him. Yeah, and I think that this is again. I think this was inevitable. It was inevitable. Absolutely. And
yeah,
so,
truly.
man, except for his taste in Dr. Pepper. Yeah, all he's got to do is start drinking normal Dr. Pepper, right? And it feels like we're reaching the finale.
So gross. It's just wait.
Gross. Oh my god. Scuff podcast relaunch just got more probable now. It did. It did.
Stop resisting. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Taking a break from the more serious Civil War discussions, we have a lighter.
Alright, no, it's not. We don't need to watch. Oh, another one. We don't need to watch that first one. Let's see down. Which other ones do we got? Ho hum, ho hum. What are we looking at? Let's see. It's over from New York City. You know. You know some. You know you watch one. You watch one. What do you call it? Right? You watch one Spanish video, music video, and the next thing they're like, "Hey, what if everything's Spanish?" You know, or we just start sending you Spanish videos. Very huge. I'm reading this. Let's see. Anything else? Ooh. Well, so far all of that is like pretty. Oh my god. It must be stopped. That was 9 days ago. Yeah. I mean, it's 9:40. We've been, you know what? I'll get to 2 hours because that'll be 18 more minutes, 17 more minutes. So we'll go to 2 hours. We can go to 2 hours. In that time, I just need to go be right back so we can actually test this. That's gonna be good. All right. So be. And we're back. Check that out. So, yeah. Not counting me, I guess. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that background music sounds fine. Yeah, that's a good vibe. Background music. I'll keep that. Yeah, that's a good vibe. Background music. I'll keep that. That's a good vibe. I'll keep that. It keeps echoing. But there it is. So let's find another video. Let's find out. So let's see. So one of the things that I do want to do is that I'd like to have each day that I stream, or when, more specifically, whichever day I stream on, will be have a specific theme. So we're going to shoot for Monday being like a melody, like a maybe, I don't know, like a karaoke. I'm not very good at it, but we'll see. We shall see. And we'll get all of that straightforward. And granted, let's not forget that, you know, I do want to do some writing, and so I want to have a quick little, maybe 30 minutes, a 30-minute karaoke type deal, and then we can take a song and see how we can write a quick little story about that, maybe like 500 words. You know, we got a beginning, we got a middle, we got an end, and we'll actually, in order to keep things going, keep that up, we'll have TV tropes. We'll go through the tropes, and we'll have to include some of those, just so that we're not immediately starting from zero, and everyone can join. So regardless of when or where you come in, you know what tropes we're using. We have a story, and it's only 500 words, and that'll be like maybe the first hour, because I think I can write 500 words in an hour, or half an hour. I will need to set things up first. I don't know how to do karaoke, and I do know how to do the other stuff, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. And so that'll be Monday. So we'll have like a mini karaoke with writing, with a writing portion. Then we'll go back into the whole big writing session where I'll come back to taking care of all of that, taking care of all of the writing parts that I do want to do. I'm very happy with myself that I was able to get 30,000 words, and it's something that I'm really proud of. And so, was that not a one? Interesting. But yeah, I would really want to get that going. So Monday will be something like that. Tuesday will be I don't know, maybe Tuesday could be the tunes, melody. Monday, I don't know, now I can't remember what Tuesday was supposed to be. Maybe like a news day, but I don't know. Let's see. We'll have to think of Tuesday. But Wednesday, what's Wednesday gonna be? Wednesday will be something. Oh my goodness, I feel like I wrote all of these down somewhere, and I'm gonna have to check real quick, because I know for a fact I wrote something down. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, that doesn't help me. No. 620, 23. No, that doesn't help me. No. I swear I wrote something down, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so yeah, but something like that. We'll have each day we'll have a theme, and each day that I can stream, we will get that theme running. So far we have Monday. We've got like a Monday melody. I'm thinking for Fridays that we'll do a, what's the word? We'll do a fiction, fact for fiction type deal. We'll watch some news things that are going on in the world, because you know what, I know it, everyone knows it. It's really hard to not just simply get out there and interact with people, but it's also hard to like be in the zone, if you will. It's hard to just be where the news is. And so now we have to, and I think just culminating certain news articles and attributing them and putting them through a lens where we can start writing and from different point of views, because I think that would be really fun, and it'd get people to think critically about what's going on and trying to find new ways to make characters more complex, not just a person character, but maybe a town, a village, a building, because multiple things can be characters in and of themselves. The haunted house of an old claymation movie, The House on Haunted Hill or something like that, I believe, that was a character, and it was a house, and if you know, you know. But from there, I'd like to, understand more of the world that's outside beyond my four walls of my room. And I think it would be nice for other people to learn too. And truly, Tolkien was in World War I. He was able to derive a bunch of his themes and experiences into his books because he was out there. He was literally there, and trying to not die. Like, that was wild. That was a wild time. So one of the things that we need to do as writers, and not just as writers but as people, is just see the world a bit. That doesn't mean travel to Italy, go to Vegas, but just understand what's happening around you. And I think that would be a good thing for Friday. Maybe news day. Maybe we'll do something like a news day on Tuesday. Because Friday we'll try to develop that skill. We'll think about it, because Fridays people just want to chill. Like, my schedule is different, but most people's they're a Monday through Friday kind of gal, kind of guy, and they just want to have a good time. Just want to have some entertainment going on through for their Friday after work, and they probably don't want to be inundated with, oh my god, this thing exploded, that thing didn't explode, these people are yelling, it's a lot. And trying to understand what I want to do I understand what I want to do. I want to entertain you, and I want to make this a good time. Why me? Well, with me, we're gonna have a good time. And what does that mean? We're gonna have different things to happen every day, and my brain can't think of what I had them as. I'll look through my notes again and see what we got. But yes, and Saturday and Sunday, it's probably just gonna be a free day, truly, like free days. And we'll do some writing. Maybe Saturday I'll do a lot of writing. I don't know, because again, my schedule is different than other people's schedules, so we'll have to figure that out as time goes on. And it's gonna be quite the quite the time. And I'd really want to see where that goes. Right, it's almost 10. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Let's see. I'm looking for all of these all things to look through, and one of them is it's a lot about Hassan's dog. And while yes, it's a big streamer, it's big news in that sphere. It's also not the only thing that's going on. So I'd like to, I know it, everyone knows it. Hassan did a thing, and the dog was involved. Well, he shocked it, allegedly. That's going to be another thing that I need to get up. Allegedly shocked. I mean, you see it. It is what it is. But what else is out there, right? Yeah, I'll have to get to find different things. We'll have to figure it out, but we'll figure it out together. And I think that's gonna be fun. Maybe because there is a bunch of stuff that I do want to watch, and I think it would be nice to watch it with you guys. La 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 do. Yeah, we just wait, again, now it's like the total breakdown. It's like, oh goodness. Let's see, we got, someone with Don Lemon saying, arm yourselves against ice. It's like, oh, okay. Let's see. Cinder returns, right? Are women okay from Shu? Oh, well. Let's see. Well, right now, I think we'll have to. We'll look around. We'll look around because there's plenty more to see. Let's see. Let us see. And then. You know what? I should make this my just chatting. Now that I think about it, because that's kind of what this is. Just chatting. Ooh, fancy. You know what? Yes, that's what I'll do. That's how it'll be. It'll be just chatting. Nice. See, I did just have this. So, oh, I'm very, very happy about that. See, we're learning as we go. Well, let's figure this out. Okay, here's one more. We'll watch Actual Justice Warrior. We'll see how that goes. I haven't seen this. Ladies and gentlemen, he has the stage. Wee. I mean, I'll be real. I don't. I mean, it's New York. I don't watch New York news because, well, I'm not in New York. But truly, it's very strange that we have New York mayors. Even just in any state. In red states or blue states, and they're talking about another country, right? Beyond, it's like, oh, like we're in a business deal, right? And they're gonna help us, and then we help them. That's something to be where you're like, okay, cool, right? Because you do want to. What's the word? You do want to, let people know that you're making big deals for the people, for Americans, right? And that's how you do it, through trade. So I think that would be an appropriate win. But now it's just, everyone's getting the word of the day is fatigued, and people are just getting fatigued about all of this stuff that's going on with just other countries in America just being within them. And people just want to have good lives, and we need our leaders to be talking about Americans so that they can have good lives. And so let's keep on. Oh shoot. That gets muted throughout the whole thing. Well, we'll have to start again.
The Assemblyman will not denounce Hamas. The Assemblyman will not denounce Hassan Piker, who said America deserved 9/11.
And I find the comments that Hassan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible.
So never have I watched a debate for any level of political office and realized on a deep personal level that we are 100% screwed. And of course, this obviously has to do with the fact that I am a resident of the city of New York, but this New York City mayoral debate was so disastrous, each and every candidate was so horrible, annoying, or disappointing in certain areas, as is true with Curtis Lewa, that I genuinely realized that there is probably no hope in the city of New York. We'll have to wait until the gubernatorial election next year when Governor Kathy Hochul hopefully loses to a Republican candidate, because this debate essentially told us what we already know based on the numbers, which is that Curtis Lewa and former Governor Andrew Cuomo will in fact split the votes, and Zohran Mamdani will likely win, possibly with a plurality, but maybe even with a majority of the vote, the mayorship of the city of New York. A communist is going to be elected as the mayor of my city, and the thing is, the media did nothing but aid and abet him throughout this entire process. Now look, you guys know on this channel that I'm not somebody who's jumped on board the crazy anti-Israel train. You guys know on this channel that I'm somebody who is not supportive of Hamas. I don't downplay their actions or anything of the sort, but one of the most annoying things about this entire mayoral debate is how much time was spent on the nation of Israel. Again, I'm a crazy person.
And there we go. And that's the context of where I got that from. All right, let's go.
Because I guess I believe that a mayoral position is a local government position, and thus the questions should be tied to local government duties, not a foreign nation. But apparently, the local news media who is running this debate, and by the way, horribly so, and Governor Andrew Cuomo think the exact opposite. They think Israel should be the first and foremost premier issue. And by the way, another person who also thinks this is true is Zohran Mamdani. So yeah, we are going to break this down. We're going to talk about all of this, but before we do, I want to thank everybody who will keep me afloat here in New York City over at actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
The Assemblyman just said in his response, well, it depends on occupation. That is code, meaning that the Israel does not have a right to exist as a Jewish state, which he has never acknowledged. That is from the river to the sea. That's why he won't denounce globalize the Intifada, which means kill all Jews.
So like I said, the Israel questions are annoying. Again, the mayor of the city of New York should not be a foreign policy position, and while I do understand that we have the largest Jewish population in the city of New York outside of Israel, again, in the world, so I get why to a certain extent Mamdani's beliefs come under scrutiny, the questions that were being asked weren't even good questions on the issue. And by the way, I said that Cuomo was at fault for this, and of course Mamdani has a fault for this, and the reason for that is that's 100% true, because Zohran Mamdani has said in the past that the reason he joined the DSA is based on their Israel-Palestine position.
What brought me to DSA and to the explicitly socialist movement was that it didn't carve out an exception for Palestine. Right? So I know that the question is more like an affirmative one, but for me, it's so obvious and so clear. Right? That if you're going to say that you stand for these things within the confines of this border, then why would you say that you don't stand for them elsewhere just because of where it's located in the world? And and I think that there's even that phrase, right? PEP, progressive except Palestine. And I grew up with that phrase and seeing all these progressive politicians who would talk a big game about something universal, human rights, whatever it may be. And then when it came to Palestine, they would back off and pretend like it was 1995 and they could just say the two-state solution will solve everything.
Zohran Mamdani has said in the past that he will deploy NYPD officers to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, because he believes that New York should not follow United States law. They should follow international law that the United States never agreed to.
Now, to the question around Benjamin Netanyahu, I was asked what I would do after he had just been issued an arrest warrant by the International Court of Justice. My answer is the same whether we are speaking about Vladimir Putin or Netanyahu. I think that this should be a city in compliance with international law. And we have seen other countries across the world who are signatories to the ICC state that they would honor that same request, be it Canada or other countries in Europe. And their honoring of it meant that Netanyahu did not travel there.
And in addition to that, in a recent Fox News interview, Zohar Mamdani refused to call for Hamas to follow the terms of the peace deal, which is, of course, to leave power.
Absolutely. But do you believe that Hamas should lay down their weapons and leave the leadership in Gaza?
I believe that any future here in New York City is one that we have to make sure that's affordable for all, and as it pertains to Israel and Palestine, that we have to ensure there's peace, and that is the future that we have to fight for.
But you won't say that Hamas should lay down their arms and give up leadership in Gaza.
I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas and Israel beyond the question of justice and safety, and the fact that anything has to abide by international law. And that applies to Hamas, that applies to the Israeli military, applies to anyone you could ask me about.
Okay.
So look, I understand to a certain extent why this information is being brought up. It's not like Zohar Mamdani is not trying to conduct his own foreign policy related to Israel as the mayor of the city of New York. And by the way, everything he says about Bibi Netanyahu, he also applies to Modi. So this guy's essentially promising that if two world leaders who are very likely, if they visit the United States of America, to visit the city of New York, will be arrested based on laws that, again, do not apply in the United States of America. That being said, I'm so tired of this conversation. I'm so tired of this being Andrew Cuomo's attack line, especially when Andrew Cuomo isn't even brave enough to actually label Mamdani anti-Semite, because that's obviously what he's trying to imply, but he's too cowardly in order to do so.
You think he's anti-Semitic? I don't make those judgments about people. Are you a racist? Are you an anti-Semite? I know there are many Jewish people who believe he's anti-Semitic. I believe not condemning the globalized intifada, what he said about Hamas.
But
I can see where they
I covered
are
your, sorry, I interrupt. I covered your speech. The Upper West Side Synagogue, where you said anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, there is no difference, and you were talking about Mr. Mamdani. Is that not an allegation?
No, I make that statement all the time. I wasn't referring to Mamdani.
And even more annoying, again, from Andrew Cuomo, who has been in politics for decades and decades and decades, is the fact that he wasn't able to effectively call out Mamdani for finally disavowing the comments from Cenk's nephew about America deserving 9/11, and he also wasn't able to call out Mamdani for flipping his position on Hamas, among a whole host of other issues. Now, again, they did spend way too much time on this during the course of the debate, but if you're going to bring it up, then you should also tattoo this man for never answering this question for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then suddenly on the debate stage having a completely different answer. The same thing happened, by the way, with a much more important issue, which is, of course, Mamdani's support for defunding the police.
Are you for defunding the police? Are you for serious reform that people can see on the ballot?
I am in favor of defunding the police.
Which, again, there's about 40 tweets of him saying the police are racist, they need to be defunded, they are toxic to queer people, all these other different various explanations of how he's going to target the police. And even though this was brought up during the conversation, there weren't sufficient follow-ups when Mamdani said that he was no longer of those beliefs.
Mr. Cuomo lies again and again and again. I am not running to defund the police. I'm running to actually work with the police to deliver public safety. Andrew Cuomo says that he has stood up to ICE. He has not said a word about the abductions that are happening right now.
He's referring to a previous comment you made, and we will get back to this. But we need to move on to a crisis that is very important to a lot of voters, and that is people struggling with mental health problems. Roughly 500 times a day, someone calls 911 about an emotionally disturbed person. And in a limited number of those cases, when the person is not believed to be violent, social workers are dispatched instead of police. Mr. Mamdani, you want to do that on a much larger scale. So we want to know, how will this work? When will you send police versus social workers? You have 1 minute.
You know, we have a program here in New York City called Be Heard that is attempting to do this kind of work. But we've had a mayor who has ensured that it's been unsuccessful, to the extent that even when there was an assessment of about 60% of calls that could have been addressed by Be Heard instead of the NYPD, Be Heard was not actually responsive to it. And that's because we haven't had the political will to deliver on what is a crisis that affects so many New Yorkers, which is the mental health crisis. What my plan will do, an innovative plan of the Department of Community Safety, will take what has worked elsewhere in the country, a program in Eugene, Oregon, where they took 24,000 911 mental health calls out of the police department. They were able to respond to all but 311 without police assistance.
Again, Andrew Cuomo, Curtis Lewa, Mamdani is still advocating, make no mistake about it, for defund the police policies. He is the only candidate that is on that stage that doesn't want to fill the recruiting gap of NYPD officers, and he wants to create a new department and use the money that they're going to save on police overtime in order to fund it to have social workers deployed to multiple various situations that police were previously deployed there. And if you guys will recall, when people would call out the rhetoric of defund the police, these people would always say, well, what I'm saying is that we're not going to just defund the police, we're going to take money out of their budget and reallocate it so the police don't have to do certain jobs. Well, guess what? Mamdani is still advocating for that. He's just not calling it defund the police anymore, and neither candidate was smart enough to call him out on this particular stage.
When there's a concern for safety or violence, absolutely, you would have the police there. But what we are doing today is actually ensuring that every single call is going to the police
So, Mr.
and not
Mamdani,
allowing them to do the work that they signed up to do.
How will you determine whether there's a concern for safety or violence? What is the line between the calls in which police will be dispatched and the calls to which social
workers will be dispatched. The line is also going to be one focused on violence and the threat of violence. And I also trust the operators will be receiving those calls to make that determination, as they do every day today for so many emergency services.
In addition to that, nobody really made the case against what Mom Downey was saying about how he's going to send social workers to domestic violence calls and wellness checks because there shouldn't be armed police officers there. And the thing is that might sound like it makes sense because those situations don't sound like maybe law enforcement actions, but you never know until you arrive to a scene whether or not you're in a police situation or not. And a perfect example of this that we covered on this channel rather recently is the Sidney Wilson story. Now, I know a lot of you will remember this iconic image where Sidney Wilson is charging with a knife at an officer who she ended up slashing before she was ultimately shot and killed. But what you might not know is that this was a routine wellness check. This guy, the officer, was knocking on the door just expecting to talk to her because not a lot of people had heard from Sidney Wilson and there was some music playing, and she came out with the knife swinging. And so many of these cases start off as regular, ordinary police calls before they devolve into craziness. Again, these defund the police types say that you don't need an armed officer to pull somebody over for a traffic violation, but those go awry all the time in this country, and even an armed officer can end up getting wounded or losing their life. Nobody really made this case. They just kind of let Mamdani spew his absolute nonsense. And again, it's a perfect example of how this debate, by the way, was structured in a way to help Mamdani, because when it seemed
Oh no, I wonder how long that wasn't working. Oh great.
like somebody was going to counter,
I
the
really
moderators
need to
would
make sure
interject, they
that
would cut them
that
off,
works.
and Mamdani was given free reign to lie time and time
Oh
again.
no.
Gentlemen, New York City loves its parades, and the mayor is often front and center. You have all said that you want to be mayor for all New Yorkers. So will you march in all the parades that mayors have traditionally marched in, or are there any that you would boycott?
Probably just talking into the ether. Well, that's good to
that I
know.
was genuinely thinking that the people who are moderating this debate or who actually set up this format should be put in jail. Perfect example is the one that I played for you right there, which is what parades would you not attend as the mayor? Again, who the hell cares?
In a dream scenario,
Right, because everything works. Everything's going perfectly until it isn't. And there's the whole saying when you need help in seconds, the cops are minutes away, right? And now you're sending people that can't defend themselves like a police officer can. Now you need a police officer. And so now the police officers are minutes away from the people that are initially supposed to be the ones that can do this. So it's very fairy tale. And it sucks. And it sucks. But yeah, especially with the mentally ill, right? Because from schizophrenia, the person is perfectly fine, but the voices are telling them, oh no, you do have to, these people, the person that's knocking at your door, they're an alien, they're trying to get you, so you gotta get them first. And so they're perfectly fine. Maybe there's people inside there too, inside the room, and they're fine because the voice is saying that, no, those aren't aliens. But the person at the door is. That person's an alien, so you gotta get them. And they're 100% perfectly fine until it's not. And that's what has to change. All right. Give me 1 second.
But the Mets are playing Game 7 of the World Series on the same night as the Knicks are playing Game 7 of the NBA championship, and you can only go to one. Which one will it be, Mr.
Okay.
For that question, which is Knicks and Mets are in the playoffs, they're playing at the same time. Which game are you going to if you have to choose? Now, of course, Sliwa said that he's a Yankee fan, so he would choose the Knicks. Mamdani said that he would choose the Knicks as well. Andrew Cuomo said that he would do both, which of course is the weak political answer. But I do want to point out that because of the LIRR goes from Penn Station, which is where Madison Square Garden is, to Citi Field, which is where the Mets play, you can actually get between the two in 20 minutes. So even though that's a stupid, weak politician answer, in reality, it actually is 100% possible. But the thing that makes this question stupid, other than the fact that they're asking what team are you a bigger fan of, even though, again, who the hell cares, is that the baseball playoffs and the NBA playoffs don't even run concurrently. In fact, the NBA season basically starts during the baseball playoffs, and the baseball season basically starts during the NBA playoffs. So this question is so stupid, among so many other stupid questions asked throughout the course of this debate to lighten it up. But the thing is, we're on the cusp of electing a communist, so I'd like to focus on the fact that we're on the cusp of electing a communist.
While you are a strong supporter of Israel, you have also been slow to develop a relationship with the city's Muslim community. You have called Mr. Mamdani a terrorist sympathizer. How do you assure those New Yorkers, especially Muslims and Arabic New Yorkers, that you will be a mayor for all? You'll have 1 minute.
Yeah, well, first, I think the Assemblyman created the perception himself. Why wouldn't he condemn Hamas? Why wouldn't he condemn Hassan Piker? Why did it take us here tonight for the first time for him to say it? He still won't denounce globalized intifada, which means kill all Jews. Just say, I denounce it. He won't do it. That's the issue. And his divisiveness is chronic.
I think you've made the point, but can you please answer about your own relationship with the Muslim community? Do not visit mosques for many years. More recently, you have been.
I don't think in any way the Assemblyman is representative of the Muslim community, which is a vital community in New York City, and I'm very fond of, and I've been working with. I think he's playing his own politics. Many of his positions don't even follow the Muslim faith, so I see them as two totally separate.
Mr. Mamdani, you want to respond? You know, it took Andrew Cuomo being beaten by a Muslim candidate in the Democratic primary for him to set foot in a mosque. He had more than 10 years, and he couldn't name a single mosque at the last debate we had that he visited.
Now, after the Israel nonsense in the beginning of the debate, it immediately ended up pivoting into that clip you saw right there, where Zoran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo were arguing about whether or not Andrew Cuomo had visited enough mosques in the city of New York, and he said it took losing to a Muslim to realize that he has to set foot in a mosque, and honestly, who the hell cares? What happened to no religious tests for public office in the United States of America? If Andrew Cuomo doesn't remember the name of the mosque that he visited, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't care at all whatsoever.
And this, because again, it's just used the same thing. It's like, how many churches has Zoran been to? How many synagogues has he been to? Right? Like, I personally don't go to synagogues because I'm not Jewish. You don't do that. Like, I've seen a few, but I don't. You drive past some, but I don't go into them. It's like, oh, cool, there it is. And even all the churches, it's like, I don't go to every church and just be like, wow, man, you guys like Jesus too? That's crazy. It's a ridiculous question.
However, again, the idea that you have to pander to all these different religious groups is just obnoxious and annoying. And again, this is also an example of absolute cowardice from Mamdani, who in other circumstances would call Andrew Cuomo Islamophobic, but in this particular case, he was implying it. He was trying to infer it without actually stating it outright. And again, after the anti-Semitism stuff, just before this, that again, they didn't even ask appropriate questions, I'm thinking to myself, I want to die. I don't want to be here anymore. By the way, this is not like legitimate. I'm being dramatic. Everybody relax, because this debate is this horrible. And again, another example, I'm just going to breeze through all the terrible things that happened during this debate in terms of structure of this debate being absolutely awful, is that they had a question about like how you would lure a business to the city of New York or how you would prevent a business from leaving the city of New York. And just to give you an idea of how stupid this was structured, Mamdani was given 1 minute in order to answer this question, which by the way, he didn't, even though they were saying, look into the camera and speak directly to a CEO and blah, 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 and tell them why New York City is better than Dallas. Then Cuomo was given a variant of that question, but he was given 30 seconds to answer that same deal, though, look into the camera and talk to a business about leaving the city of New York and how that's not a good thing. And then Curtis Sliwa was given the same prompt as Mamdani, even though they changed it for Andrew Cuomo, but he was given no specific timetable. So of course, when he started to give his answer, guess what happened? The moderator ended up cutting him off because he violated some arbitrary time that was not stated.
What's your go-to breakfast order at the bodega, Mr. Sliwa? Oh, eggs and cheese on a roll. No salt, please. Mr. Cuomo, same thing. No salt also. Mr. Mamdani.
Egg and cheese on a roll with jalapenos.
What am I watching right here? This is the debate. This is going to decide or maybe change some voters' minds on who they're going to vote for. These stupid-ass questions over and over again and talking about foreign policy instead of the real issues of the city of New York. Absolutely absurd. And again, that doesn't even get into the Trump bad portion of the debate.
Trump debate hearing. Trump debate.
Which was legitimately the moderators demanding that each and every candidate virtue signal against Trump in some regard. And by the way, those clips aren't even worth playing. What is at issue, what is important, what should have been brought up and talked about more, are issues like the cost of energy. Because in the state of New York, Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill that would force a bunch of buildings, which include apartments and co-ops and condos, to spend huge sums of money in order to make their buildings more energy efficient, including converting from gas to electric. And this obviously is going to add significant costs to those buildings. It's going to add significant costs to those co-ops and condos. And this is going to raise energy bills because there are disincentives and fines and whatnot related to your energy usage. So of course, what we ultimately end up finding out is that both Mamdani and Governor Andrew Cuomo support this particular legislation, but they think that the fines associated with this legislation need to be raised higher, thus increasing the cost for everyday New Yorkers. Again, while simultaneously they call their agendas affordability agenda.
When I ask you about climate change, as New York City confronts the impact of climate change,
This will be the last one we get to. I didn't know this was 55 minutes long.
That may require very expensive upgrades to buildings, which some landlords and co-op owners say they just simply can't afford. We wonder how each of you enforce the law. You have 30 seconds, Mr. Cuomo. Local Law 97 I support. Implementing the law is going to be the key because it has to be done in a way that isn't so disruptive to businesses and residences that they just give up and pay the fine and don't even try to comply, which is what is going to happen now. It will be cheaper for them to pay the fine than comply, and that obviously will accomplish nothing. So yes, I support the law. Yes, we have to implement it, but we have to implement it in a way that is feasible.
Thank you. I support the law, and I would also make it easier for condo and co-op owners to comply with the law, because what I've heard from so many is that it's cheaper to pay the fine than to actually get into compliance. I think the city has a role here in procurement at a large scale of so much of what is necessary in these infrastructure investments. We've seen it be done in the Clean Energy Challenge within NYCHA. It's time to do it right here in New York City to assist those condo and co-op owners in meeting the standards we desperately need to hit.
Now, Curtis Sliwa was against this, and he actually brought up Governor Andrew Cuomo shutting down a power plant that's called the Indian Point Power Plant, which is north of Manhattan. It had been operational for decades in this city, or in the state of New York, but giving power to the city of New York. And Andrew Cuomo doubled down on shutting down this nuclear plant. Mamdani was noticeably silent, and make no mistake about it, if you want carbon-free, affordable energy that is safe, you have to go with nuclear power. And this really pissed me off, because guess what? Governor Cuomo's father, Mario Cuomo, actually shut down what is called the Liper plant in Long Island when it was fully built and ready to be operational, but he did so based on thinly veiled justifications that were backed by environmentalist lobbies pushing green energy, and by the way, also backed by fossil fuels. So that made it so that they're never really going to build another nuclear power plant in this state ever again, because if New York can pull the plug at the 11th hour on these particular projects, who's going to want to invest the money to build new nuclear plants in this particular city or this particular state? So Cuomo ends up doubling down on the anti-nuclear rhetoric, talking about how there was a 20-mile kill zone with nuclear power.
Local 97 will destroy those people who have invested in co-ops and condos. There's 100,000. It's forcing them to
Okay, for
electrify.
real, this is the last
Indian Point offline, 25% of our electrical capacity with no replacement, which has caused skyrocketing electricity bills. And now we're going to force condo and co-op owners to electrify. Maintenance fees will go up 30%. These people will be leaving their condos and co-ops. They need relief. When I'm mayor, I slow that process down. We need our co-op owners and condo owners to stay here in New York City.
Yeah. Indian Point was started before me. It was a very dangerous situation. We have nuclear facilities upstate, and my proposal on what I did is run cables from the nuclear facilities upstate to bring the power to downstate. Indian Point had 20 million people in the kill zone.
And again, I need to make this clear to everybody out there in the audience, nuclear energy is the safest energy there is. And the worst meltdown in the history of nuclear energy is Chernobyl. Everybody knows this. Mamdani should know this because he was in the Soviet Union, his absolute favorite place in the whole wide world. And guess what? 4,000 people died, not from the nuclear meltdown, but from the nuclear meltdown plus the cancers associated with it. And by the way, the other reactors, because there were 4 of them at Chernobyl, did not melt down when Chernobyl meltdown. And again, that particular nuclear reactor was built with poor Soviet management and whatnot. That is the absolute worst case scenario. And only 4,000 people over the course of decades died, mostly from cancers, which by the way happen to be the most treatable cancers. So it was actually from Soviet healthcare as a result of Chernobyl. So it's absolute nonsense what Cuomo was saying about the kill area. But again, it is very reminiscent of the Liper plant over on Long Island that was shut down that would have provided affordable energy to Long Islanders. And again, I will remind you that Mamdani also supports this bill that is going to raise your costs. And by the way, Mamdani says that he wants to build a bunch of public housing in the city of New York in order to address the affordability crisis. Now we know from other projects that have been presented with government money that usually they cost double the proposed project. So he's saying he's going to do it for about $500,000 an apartment, which is insane, by the way. But that means it's actually going to be closer to $1 million. But in addition to that, it's going to have to comply with these energy laws that, of course, Mamdani voted for that are going to add additional costs to the construction and thus prevent projects from going through. So yeah, these two candidates right here are in favor of jacking up your energy bills. They're both anti-nuclear energy, which means guess what? Their position on climate change is that it's a tool to control you and your behavior, because if you're actually worried about high carbon energy, you would go for the no carbon energy that works, that has been proven to work. And the reason I have to explain this to you is because the moderators absolutely did it. Now, of course, I want to move on to housing policy because Mamdani has been caught lying yet again.
Well, I'm proud to say that yes, we'll freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent stabilized tenants, and I will also build 200,000
Every time.
across the 5 boroughs over the next 10 years to ensure that tenants with a rent stabilized or market rate can actually have more housing such that they're not being priced out of the city. And finally, I'm also going to make it easier for the private sector to build housing in the city, because what we see today is that it's not labor, it's not materials, it's the weight that is often costing so much to actually build the housing we need in the city.
Now, Mamdani, again, like many of his positions that he decided to change on the spot during the course of this debate, said that he's going to allow public and private sector developments to come to fruition in the city of New York as the mayor of the city of New York. But make no mistake about it, his position has been 100% clear from his website from the jump that he is only going to approve private sector projects. Again, this is straight from his website if they end up meeting his standards of affordability and sustainability. So essentially, Mamdani is going to use the regulatory state in order to block private developments, or again, add so many restrictions that you get to the point where they can't actually have a project that makes sense, or they have to pivot it to luxury projects. And this is exactly what we see from standard progressive NIMBYs. And by the way, nobody should be surprised by this, because the Democrats are splitting on the housing issue. There's the Ezra Klein abundance category, and he would back somebody more like Andrew Cuomo, who of course goes with the wind and is not going to be great on housing policy. But again, since he doesn't really have any beliefs and he goes with trends because he only cares about his own personal political future, he might technically be better. But then you have the Mamdani types, and everybody that endorses him, guess what, is in that NIMBY camp, and that is reflected in his platform, because these are people who believe that private developers increasing supply through them is an absolute evil. And more fundamentally, Mamdani has made it clear that he believes it's the government's role to basically bog down these buildings, bankrupt them, and of course seize them.
Go further toward the Vienna model. We'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone. We won't decommodify housing overnight, but we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us.
Now again, Cuomo, like Gavin Newsom recently, where he signed
Okay, that's that. Okay.
a bill that was actually good.
So, you can turn that on, right? Yeah. Okay. So, there's a bunch. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff that that I'd like to do, and that's just a bit of it. And I hope to see this community grow. You know, that's the whole point. And you know, why bother doing it otherwise? So this has been a wonderful test. It's been nearly 2.5 hours, and I'm just happy that I could get that done. I could take care of that. And so for now, I might do another test on Saturday, Sunday, but we'll definitely be hitting the ground running on Monday. And I'm very happy about that, to get that going. So I have some work to do, some things that need to happen to get done so that these projects can get off the ground without, you know, you watching me fumble, right? You know, I'll get my scrapes and cuts, you know, offline, and so that I can bring you a nice project online. So with that said, all right, I'm gonna be heading out, and yeah, so yeah, that's me. So this is Agua. Thank you so much for coming. I hope all of your projects are going forward. You know, even if it's one step every day or 10 steps every day, you know, doesn't matter. As long as you keep going, you know, that's the right direction it has to go. So, with that said, everyone, thank you so much. This has been such a great test. And with that, you know, I wish you well. I wish you luck. Take care.